Hi there Power Rangers Dino Charge fans, it's time for a very cool Power Rangers Dino Charge review with me, GoldKingRanger, from the GoldKingRanger team. In this video we will be reviewing the Power Rangers Dino Charge Wave 1 figures that were released in the United Kingdom. Now there is something I have to mention now. These figures in this pack, these 6, so pink, blue, red, black, green and Fury. This set, which is the Power Rangers Dino Action Pack, is it's Toys R Us exclusive, but in the United States. These figures are sold in this country, but as individual packs. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get started with the reviews. So in this review we have the first wave figures, which are the Dino Charge Red Ranger, Black Ranger, Green Ranger, Blue Ranger, Pink Ranger, and we also have Fury in here, which is one of the villains, a Foot Soldier, which is a Vivix, and the Dino Charge Megazord. So what we're going to do is going to take these two away for a second. So the Dino Charge, this is the action pack, which includes 6 figures, the 5 main Rangers, Fury, and you get this exclusive battle gear, which is the Dino Spike. So a quick look. So we're going to have a quick look at the packaging, as you can tell right now. So Power Rangers Dino Charge Action Pack. If you want to buy this 6-figure pack, we will leave a link in description below. It cost me about £52 altogether to get this, and there were no import charges, which is excellent. I basically got this instead of getting the individual packs because I thought it would save me a bit of money, and it has saved me quite a bit of money than getting them £10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So it saved me a couple of quid than getting them one by one, if you know what I mean. But I still got red and green on their own, but this was better to get just like that. So yeah, pretty much it just says on the back, it shows you on the back what one should get. So Black Ranger, Blue Ranger, Red Ranger, Pink Ranger, Green Ranger and Villain Fury. Website below, Bandai, and so on. And then the other 2 figures are they're also part of Wave 1 as well, which is the Megazord and Fury. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to open this up and then we're going to look at all the figures together and look at them one by one and see what they got, what they come with and what they can do. Okay, so now we've taken the 6-figure pack out of the packaging, we can now have a quick look at each one and then I will do a detailed look at all of them. So as I said, the Wave 1 Power Ranger figures include the Megazord, Blue Ranger, Pink Ranger, Red Ranger, Green Ranger, Black Ranger, Fury and a Vivix. Now as I said, you only get these 6 figures here in the 6-figure pack, but it's only sold at Toys R Us in America, online or in the store. But link in description below if you wish to buy it yourself. And as I said, and we can now have a good look at the Dino Spike, which is the exclusive battle gear that comes with this pack, hence why I bought it in the first place. So as you can see, it's quite nice actually. I think the only faulty thing I would say is I think the green eye on the Triceratops is painted in the wrong place. Yes, I think it is. Then but still we got the nice bit of silver at the tip, but it would be nice if the silver was all along these spikes along the side. So we have the little tiny Triceradrill, the Raptor Claw, Stego Shield, Parachopper and T-Rex Smasher, and then this long, I'm going to call it a stick, just randomly pops out once it all combines as the weapons. But actually, the long stick actually comes from the Parachopper, actually. So, there you go. So there's the Dino Spike, and on the back it's just black, just not painted. Okay, so now we're going to have a look at each individual figure and have a look at articulation and so on. Okay, so the first figure we have is the Dino Charger Red Ranger. Now, when you get him individually, he does come with these two weapons, as it is, but then all the Dino Charge figures, like all the Ranger figures, all come with the Dino Saber and the Dino Morpher. So what we're going to have to do is going to have a quick look at the Morpher and the Saber before we have a look at the figure itself. So I'm going to put that there. So the Dino Morpher is the transforming device, and it's just a basic, like a limey green colour. Just wish it was a bit yellow and had the black and silver detail like the toy version, but oh well. There's a peg on the back. I mean, I have to say they did quite well on the detail indent. Don't know quite what you call it, but as you can see there's quite a lot of detail, but it would be nice if it was all painted. But as I said, there's a peg on the side, as there's a peg hole on the side of the Red Ranger right here, and that is an optional thing, even though they never did this in the show, by the way. But you can peg it to the side, which is pretty, it does make it look pretty cool, but there you go. But as I said, they never did it in the show, so here you go, you can hold your... It can be a bit of a struggle to put in their hand at first, but that's only when you first take them out of the packaging and they're not used to having their hands being holding weapons. Now the Dino Saber, again, the blade is like, this is the right sort of green for the blade, but the rest of it is like, so you can see, as for detail wise, yes, it did well with the detail, but I just wish this was a bit more silver like on the handle and on here. The black and the blade, it's got that right green actually. Again, it's the same colour as the Morpher. Okay, so it's that. Now, I'm gonna have a look at the figure. Let's see, we have the Tyrannosaurus Rex emblem. Some good detail on the buckle, which is the Dino Charge logo, symbol, whatever you want to call it. Some nice detail on the helmet. Just going to move this down. So yes, it can move its arm. Bit of detail on here, nice red, yellow teeth, and the silver mouthpiece. Very nice. The shoulder armour on all the Rangers can move up and down to do more poses. And with this thing, you can't really do a 360 turn too well, but if you move it up while it's up, you can basically do the 360 turn while this is up. We've got elbow joint, hand wrist joint, like that, so you can rotate it and do lots of different poses. Head can turn 360 sort of, because of this shoulder piece, it can't really do it. Now, as for the feet, leg joint, knee joint, and you can turn the foot on both sides, like that. So basically, it's a cool figure, so you can do lots of different poses and positions. I'm only going to show you the articulation on Red Ranger and Pink Ranger and the Megazord and Fury, because they're the ones that have the unique figures. Well, because obviously the other four male Rangers have the same build as the red one, only different helmet and colour and so on. Okay, so speaking of Rangers, let's have a look at the next one, which is Black Ranger. Okay, so next up we have the Black Ranger, and his power derives from the Parasaurolophus, or Parasaur as we call it for short. Now, so it's the same build as the Red Ranger, and same weapons. I know it sort of does look a bit bent, but unfortunately that's what it was like when it came out of the packaging of the 6-figure pack. But I don't know, I'm sure it would be fine if you were to get it individually. But there you go. Okay, so I'm going to put the arms down for a minute. Basically same things as same build as the Red Ranger, but obviously different colour sleeves. And look at the detail on that. That's really nice. That hexagonal shape on the arm. Ooh. I just love that hexagonal shape on the arm. It just looks fantastic. Brilliant detail. And we've got the parasaur symbol on the chest. Detail wise on the helmet, it's just got yellow and white on the sides of the visor, silver on the mouthpiece, red eyes, and then black nostril detail there, which is excellent. Looks brilliant. I know there's a lot of Power Ranger fans that like the black one, and he's pretty cool. Okay, so that's the Black Ranger. Let's jump in and move on to the next one, which is Blue Ranger. Okay, so now we have Blue Ranger. So this is the one for all the fans of Coda. Okay, so Blue Ranger, same mould as the other male Rangers, but the only thing that's different is he's blue, and his power comes from the Stegosaurus. So let's make a start by having a look at the Stegosaurus emblem on the chest. Very cool, like that. And the helmet details, we've got these nice Stegosaurus spikes at the top, white and yellow on the visor, silver mouthpiece, and red eyes, nostril detail, red eyes, and it just looks really cool. And as for the back, unfortunately all the Rangers at the back have as you can see, not painted. And it's the same for all the Power Ranger figures, they're all just, it's not painted yellow to continue this at the back, unfortunately. But still, it comes with the sword and the morpher, just like all the Power Ranger. Basically, all the Dino Charge Ranger figures do come with the Dino Morpher and Dino Saber. Okay, now we move on to the next Ranger, which is Green Ranger. Okay, now we come to Green Ranger, my personal favourite. So, the Dino Charge Green Ranger has the power of the Raptor, or the Velociraptor to be precise. But we call it Raptor for short, like when they say Raptor Charger in the Morpher. Okay, so he comes with the Morpher and the Morpher Blaster and the Saber as well. And let's have a look. So, detail wise, nice green, sort of like a, oh, I don't know, it's not like green, Mighty Morphin Green Ranger green, it's a bit different than that. I think it is like a, like a near turquoisey sort of green, like a aqua, sort of, but you could definitely tell it's a very nice green. I do like this green, it's very nice. And the sleeves, I like the colour green they used for the sleeves, it's like a nice dark forest sort of green. And we've got the nice Velociraptor on the chest. Detail wise, yellow teeth. And there's an extra piece here, so then you don't confuse it between the T-Rex helmet and the Velociraptor helmet. Red eyes, nostrils, details on down there. Silver mouthpiece on the visor. White and yellow again. To do the teeth as well. Basically same mould as before. So yeah, basically same male Power Ranger figure build and mould. Pretty much for all of them, unfortunately. Okay, so now we come to the next one, which will be Pink Ranger. Okay, now we come to the last Ranger figure, which is the Pink Ranger, whose power comes from the Triceratops. So this is the one for all the Shelby fans out there. Okay, so Pink Ranger comes with the Morpher and the Blaster. Morpher Blaster and the Saber, sorry. Dino Saber. Articulation. Well, the shoulder armour piece can move. Arms can move up and down. And 360 turn with the elbow joint and also wrist as well. That. As for the leg joint articulation, you can't really move the leg up here. The articulation here don't really work because of the skirt, but the knee can move back and you can do a 360 turn on the on the feet. Now, detail wise, so we've got the Triceratops on the chest, which is very nice. Detail wise on the helmet, there's no silver for the horns unfortunately, but you do have some nice detail on the green eye, silver mouthpiece, and yellow and white on the visor. Very cool. And again, no paint detail on the back. Okay, before she falls over. I have to admit some of the female figures can be very difficult to stand. So far she's the only female Ranger figure we are getting, but there is a rumour flying around that there may be another female figure on the horizon in the upcoming future, but all will be revealed in time. Or if you want a sneak peek now, go onto the GoldKingRanger Facebook page. Okay, so now we're jumping into the villains now. We're going to start off with Fury. Okay, so now we come to the 6th figure from the 6-figure pack, which is Fury, or the first villain figure we get. So Fury is the, we'd say, general of Sledge, and he's basically like a part lion, cat, thunderbolt thing on legs, basically. Okay, so he comes with his sword, which has got a pretty cool design on it, especially with all these little lightning bolts. The only thing is, it's supposed to be gold. Sorry, the bolt's supposed to be gold, and the sword is actually meant to be black, but I suppose having it gold is a lot better, actually. Now, articulation-wise, head, right here, 360 turn. I do like the face detail, actually. It's just got the gold eyes and the teeth, and that crimson red sort of look on his face. It's really cool. Arms, 360 turn, and shoulder joint, elbow joint, and then the hands can turn 360. Now, I have a complaint about this figure, and that has to be because of this bit here. I would have liked it better if this was up to here and covering over this bit, but unfortunately it's like that. I don't know why. I like the silver on the chain, which is very cool, and the teethy bit on his tummy, or torso rather. So gold bolts on here, they're like claws, so those look really cool. So these are like plastic gold. It's got this yellow skirt thing with the sort of tiger pattern, which is pretty cool. On the back, this was supposed to be coloured, but it's not. Black belt here. Articulation wise on the legs, we can move the legs, bend the knees. If I lift the skirt, sorry, I don't tend to lift many skirts. Sorry. There's knee joint there on the here, and there's also, I'll just put that down now. Sorry Fury. Infuriating, don't lift my skirt again. Even though I don't think it's really a skirt, but there you go. Feet articulation. It's got the feet is on a ball joint, so you can rotate it in many different positions, which is pretty cool. So when you want to pose him, you can pose him in certain ways thanks to the feet and the ball joint, which is pretty cool actually. Okay, so now let's move on to the next figure, which is the Vivix figure. Okay, so now the second villain figure you get in the Wave 1 figures is the Vivix, which is the foot soldier of Sledge. Now this figure doesn't come with a 6-figure pack, you have to get this individually in its own separate pack. And one thing I have to complain about this figure is it doesn't come with its weapon. But it's still a cool figure. I mean, look at the detail on this thing. It looks amazing. Look at that. I have to give credit to Bandai for working on such great detail on here. And I like the gold on here. The reason that looks like a D is because it is a letter D. And that's because it comes from Kyuuja, where the villains were called D-Boss, D-E emboss. But they decided to keep it on the suit anyway. So articulation wise, we got a wrist, hand joint, where it can turn 360, elbow joint on both sides, and also shoulder joint, 360 turn on the arm. You can turn the head slightly, but you can't really do 360 turn because of this green seaweed-like hair, unfortunately. Knee joint. You can move the legs out and so on, like the male rangers. Just like all this, I like all the spikes here. You can't really rotate the leg like the rangers, as it's all in one suit sort of thing. But there you go. Okay, so that is the Okay, so that's the Vivix figure. So now let's move on to the final figure of this review, which is the Megazord. Okay, so now we come to the final figure of this Wave 1 Power Rangers Dino Charge figure review, which is the Dino Charge Megazord figure. And I know, straight away you first notice, why is this weapon red? It's supposed to be blue with a yellow blade. Well, that's Bandai for you. Oh well. But I still like this figure. It's pretty cool. I mean, how it looks. I know there's lack of details like on the pink, and the Triceratops, and the Stegosaurus sword as well. And this is supposed to be yellow, but there you go. But it doesn't bother me too much. I still think it's a cool figure. So, detail wise, it looks pretty cool, especially the face detail with the silver and the green eyes and the red and the black. It's really cool. Yellow, black here, silver. Okay, articulation wise, we have sort of a hand sort of knee rotation. It's a bit tricky to do 360 turn with this because of the drill. This can do 360 turn easily because there's no drill in the way. This mouthpiece doesn't open, unfortunately. It's just solid. But the arm can do 360 turn, as does that arm. The head can not quite do 360 turn because of these pieces here, unfortunately. For the legs, we've got the leg joint, knee joint, and ball joint on the leg, just like Fury, which is pretty cool. The cool thing about this is you can pose him in loads of different positions. Look at that. That's already in a cool position as it is. Mind you, you have to position it just right, otherwise it topples over. There we go. That's better. That looks really cool. I like that. The only thing I have to say about this figure is I wish that the had a bit more detail and this was the right colour. But I have to say, there is another admin on our team, Scottish Red Ranger, has actually done will be doing a video where he will show you guys how you can customise all the Dino Charge Rangers, all the Dino Charge figures, and how to change to fill in their missing details, like for the Megazord and the Dino Charge Rangers and so on. Okay, so this is the last figure. So now the final debriefing of this review. Well, that's it for this review. I had a fantastic time reviewing these Dino Charge figures, and I really cannot wait for the next wave, which will include figures like the Dino Drive figures, Gold Ranger, and even Graphite Ranger. And yes, we will be getting more Megazord figures. I can confirm we're getting 2 more Megazord figures. And as for villain figures, we're getting a whole load of monster and villain figures, so watch out for that. So, as I say, make sure you comment on this video, subscribe, and like and share the video, because your feedback is important so we can improve on our reviews and videos and to make them better and more informative for next time. Okay, so as always, may the power protect you and have a dino-tastic day. We'll see you all soon. Bye bye, Ranger fans!